Okay, well, hey gang, I thought that I would log in real quick, do a quick video just to kind of remind you that the new patch is dropping imminently, and to remember to go ahead and pull any guns off of your ship. Marley agrees. And any components that you've looted, go ahead and finish any minables and stuff like that. And then if you're interested, just do that before the patch drops. And then if you're interested, I was going to show you what I've been up to for the last couple weeks. And there's a reason why I'm standing here in my shower. And it's not because I'm going to curl up into a fetal position and cry. That is only for my OnlyFans.
I'm getting dressed right now, and then we'll go and we'll get you cookies. Then we'll get you cookies. Really? Really? You don't think that's a little dramatic?
So at the end of July, I noticed my Doberman, Rufus, was acting a bit odd. I mean, he's always been a little eccentric, but this was different. That was Friday. By Monday, I took him into the vet, and after a few hours of testing, they said his body was no longer producing platelets and that his liver had failed. They said copper storage disease, so he had probably been sick for a while, but was very, very good at hiding it. They said that it was ultimately terminal, but for a very, very small window, Rufus would still be able to be relatively strong and more or less normal, but we were talking days and weeks at the very most. And unfortunately, the window started to close way faster than expected, and I wasn't going to put Rue through a lot of suffering just for me, just to keep him around a couple days longer. And so that Wednesday, after the vet took the body of my just turned 7-year-old dog away, I didn't really want to be in the house anymore, so I took some vacation time, headed out to a cabin in Montana with a friend. It was a good way to clear my head, and when I came back, I decided to keep myself busy the way I usually do after a traumatic event, either doing something with my hands or making art. In this case, I actually had a project lined up. The bathroom sink, and really the whole bathroom, was showing its age. The house had been built in the 1950s as part of a way of providing, I think it was housing for dudes who had fought in World War II. And from what I've heard, none of the houses were supposed to be anything other than temporary, so they had been built on the cheap. They had only been built to last like a year or two. I bought it from the son of the original owner, and he had been a tinkerer. I'm not sure if that's the son or the original owner. I suspect both. I realize he probably didn't have a lot of money, and the internet wasn't really a thing for the vast majority of his life, but the public library with a lot of self-help books on how to do things is literally right down the street. Anyways, since day one of moving into this place, every time I've opened up a wall, I found some cosmic horror lurking behind it. So for that reason, I had put off fixing that persistent leak in the bathroom. A little background on me was that, among other things, I was a plumber's assistant down in Texas back when I was in college. In the 90s. Give me a break. That's why I look like this. Just long enough to realize that I didn't want to be a plumber for the rest of my life. But I learned a ton, and honestly, that knowledge has helped me a lot through the years on various projects, both friends and otherwise. So plumbing is something I know a thing or two about. Needing a project, I ripped out the sink, looked behind the wall, and yeah, cosmic horror time. There was giant holes in the drain, all original piping from the 1950s. It was becoming clear it was all going to have to be ripped out, like everything from the toilet to the shower, or to the tub. Plus, with the water damage, it was pretty clear pretty much all the walls would have to come down too. So I ripped off the walls, went full rock ape, and pulled the tub again, doing this solos, and was basically just carving away on everything over the span of a couple days. The bathroom had been on the must upgrade list for the better part of a decade, but I had put it off for exactly the reasons I found behind that wall and the floor. The drain for the tub, which was, again, originally from the 1950s, had to be converted over for a shower. A shower has a much larger drain to account for the fact that a shower pan has to clear out water faster, whereas the tub is supposed to fill it up. And I just started digging and just digging down and trying to find the whole parts of the drain, figure out where it was, where the P-trap was. That took the better part of like a day and a half, but with help from Night 55 and link to his channel above, he does really cool stuff with computers, we got it sorted and I could kick the project out to the next part. Obviously, the first step was to make it the entire shower enclosure as water resistant as possible, so it would hopefully withstand the test of time better than the last iteration, which actually, now that I think about it, lasted 70 years. So yeah, okay, I gotta give the original builders some credit for that one. Anyways, put up vapor lock, mildew resistant drywall, waterproof external paint on all the walls, and every single edge was sealed off. And as it stands right now, I'm waiting for the tile to arrive. So the project is probably about 2/3 of the way there. I still need to redo the floors. The toilet is still the original, but I've got a new toilet that's going to go in. And the light fixture is still, I believe, from the 1970s, which is when this family went through and updated a lot of things and when much of the tinkering actually happened. I just thought y'all might want to know what I was up to. More stuff coming, probably more Star Citizen related than my bathroom. See you in the verse. Catch me next time.